Green, 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 green. flag, green flag. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Well, good afternoon to everyone who has been watching here on VirtualRacing.Network live. Fantastic race here as the NTT IndyCar iRacing Series Fixed has a wonderful round number 10 here at Indianapolis. You were just watching live. Jesper Orman managed to take the victory in shocking fashion over a hard-charging Nick de Groot and Adriano Pinero, who had been solidly in the running and contention all race long. But it was Jesper Orman who managed to take the victory here today. So we're going to see if we can possibly get Jesper into the commentary booth, or perhaps Thomas Christensen, who came in fourth today with a fantastic run himself. Another couple of drivers having great runs despite qualifying a little bit further down. Thomas Geisler having a terrific run today, getting up into fifth place for Team Race First with Sunset Arctic, as well as Jorge Varela, who managed to gain 9 positions en route to getting 6th place today. So now that it has gone official, let's go ahead and put the final results up there on the screen. And not a surprise, as I mentioned, Jesper Orman, one of the masters of oval racing on the iRacing service, and showing his expertise here today, able to get one over on a driver with over 7,000 oval iRating, Nick de Groot. And kind of looked like Nick was going to steal the show. So why don't we go back and just watch from the white flag and see how this all unfolded, because it was a lot of fun. So you can see here as they take the white flag, it's de Groot on the inside, and just behind you've got, well, on the outside you've got Jesper Orman, and just behind it's Pinero with Thomas Christensen just behind in the black and white car. So Orman on the outside, de Groot on the inside. De Groot has the edge down the backstretch. And the question mark, was Adriano going to stick his nose in there? Jesper, a tiny edge just coming into the corner, then loses the edge. He's actually behind here in the short chute between 3 and 4. Falls just behind de Groot, but gets the run off the corner. And we'll slow it down here and see if we can catch it at the end, just as they come across the line. 3 wide as another classic finish here at the Brickyard. An absolutely astounding one. And our software, of course, didn't quite capture how close it was, but less than 1/100th of a second separating first and second, with a very close third to Adriano Pinero. And of course, as I mentioned, Thomas Christensen coming in fourth as well. For those of you following these races on VirtualRacing.Network, you'll be very familiar with those names. So we have a chance to talk to a couple of different drivers here. So it looks like possibly I can pull in Nick de Groot and see if we can get a moment with him. Hey, Nick, can you hear me over there?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, awesome. Well, Nick, you know, you started 5 positions back from where you finished. I kind of tracked with you through the whole race. It was extremely exciting from this end. And then there at the very end, it looked like you were in the right place at the right time. You gave it everything you had. It was sure exciting. Congratulations on your 2nd place.
Yeah, that was crazy. I think at the end there, having those 30-lap old tires, as I was the first one of that lead group to pit, that probably hurt me as I was trying to hold the bottom. But yeah, just about worked out. Did a couple of brave moves there. I'm sure my iRating wasn't happy with me at that moment, but I saw an opening and I went for it.
Well, and again, because of the high strength of field here, you actually gained 33 iRating according to our software. So either way, you even with your 7,000+ iRating, you still get to tack a little bit extra on here. How you were so close. Anything that you wanted to do different there if you had a chance? Did you want to maybe stick it more to the outside, make Jesper come to the inside? What could you have possibly done different to get Jesper to not make that pass at the end?
I think I did just about everything I could do, but he did such a good job through 4, getting right on my right rear and getting a draft out of that corner and just pulling alongside of me, and that the race was over at that point. But yeah, maybe I should have ran a little higher in four, made him run a little higher so I could cut down more. But yeah, I think I did just about everything I could there.
Well, I'm guessing you've probably won here in the past, given how much experience you have here at the Oval. But still, a great race today with a lot of great competitors in the field. Some early incidents, but you managed to stay clean and keep your car there ready to go at the end. How important was that, given that we had a few cautions that wiped some of the contenders out?
Yeah, there were a couple times at the start of that race where I had a couple close calls with people, and I decided, okay, I'm going to give up a little track position. I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to see where this goes and try not to get wrecked before lap five. And we ended up having that early incident with Hugo. Not sure what happened up there. And after that, did start trying to pass people, and I just couldn't do it. It was so difficult, especially with them holding the outside. So that's what led me to do that short pit strategy on lap 21. So we didn't catch a caution there, and those old tires probably hurt me at the end, but I think it was still a good call to make because I think I still jumped Thomas doing that. So that was a big deal to be third at the end there. Excuse me. So I get a run on Adriano and Jesper.
Yeah, and that caution came out just after you had made that pass on Thomas, and again, just put you in contention to make that final move and put yourself potentially in position for the victory. Well, it's got to still feel a little bittersweet to glance over and see Jesper in victory lane drinking the milk, but there's of course many more opportunities here on iRacing to get into some more Indy races. What are you currently racing in? Are you doing the fixed series for the championship? Are you competing in any leagues right now?
I'm just doing the fixed series races whenever I can, not really going for the division title there, but I'm competing in the Elite Racing League, the Lionheart Speedway and Retro Series, as well as the Dark Horse IndyCar series. Those are kind of my main ones. But yeah, IndyCar is my love, and Indianapolis is by far my favorite track. So we almost got the Elite Indy 500 last week in a very similar fashion. I was holding the inside, and Brandon Trano got me on the outside. So maybe I should have learned from that. Maybe I should have chose the outside, but I just love that bottom.
Well, you never know. Maybe you try the outside and it doesn't work out quite as well.
Yeah.
But it's one of those darned if I do, darned if I don't sort of things. But yes, for all the Nick DeGroot fans, he is all over the place, multiple different leagues. So make sure to check him out racing. And of course, you fit it in when you can because you're kind of busy in your day job and in running a lot of that motorsport.com editorial stuff.
Yeah, in fact, I got a story from the NASCAR Next Gen test while I was in the middle of that race, so I probably should go post that.
Well, we'll let you get off to that. Thanks for joining us here, Nick, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the future races. Any more shout outs before we let you go?
Just thank you to Factor Back Motorsports and Kobe Moore for putting me on his team, and glad we get out there and battle for a win today. Hopefully we can do it again next time.
Absolutely, repping the team very well and getting us second behind one of the elite masters here in the iRacing service. Nick DeGroot joining us from second place here at Indianapolis for round 10 of the iRacing NTT IndyCar Fixed Series. So next up, though, we do have our winner who's going to stop in here in just a moment. He had to run as soon as the race was over. I'm not sure, probably celebrations and fireworks going off around where he lives. But Jesper Orman, can you hear me there in Victory Lane?
I can hear you, Trevor.
Well, congratulations. We've been talking about it for quite a while. Been hoping to get you into Victory Lane in a really big one of these races, and it doesn't get any bigger than the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Congratulations winning, and what a heck of a job. You stuck in there all race long, and you pulled it out at the very end. Congrats.
Yeah, man, thanks. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to win, and I did it, so yeah, feels very good. Also, want to thank my teammate Oliver Silva for making those donuts for me. I had to run there, but yeah.
Well, nevertheless, you took victory. Talk us through the race a little bit. It looked like it ebbed and flowed. You got sort of it was a weird caution that came out about halfway through, where Varela and I'm struggling to think of Jack Coyne were actually out in the lead, and it kind of repositioned everybody, so it wasn't the most advantageous for you. But the way that everything straightened out, looked like you were on good tires for the end. Looked like you were able to hold it to the track. How did the race play out for you? Did you feel?
Yeah, so I mean, at first I knew that even qualifying was going to be kind of important here because it's not very easy to come through the pack, and I managed to perform a really good lap, which I'm really happy with. So that uh, uh, made me a P2 driver there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Congratulations on that. I mean,
yeah,
Panero is no easy foe to be
I
able to
know.
beat. He just got you by a tiny bit, but still, to be able to start there on the front row is
Yeah,
a pretty good
P2
place
on
to
the
be.
grid. Yeah. So and from there on, I just wanted to keep that top two positions, but got this guy. I'm kidding. Pablo. He really wanted to drive up front, so he sent. I think he sent it three wide like one or two times. Maybe it was Adriano one time. That was kind of scary. But okay, I had to settle for P3 there at the end of the first stint, and then there was caution, but changed nothing. And then we came in for the green flag pit stops, and I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna stay out as long as I can. But there was a lapped car there. Uh, First, I think, yeah, Oliver, no, Adriano pitted, so I was promoted to P2. I was out there with Pablo, and there was a lap car kind of holding us up, so I decided to pit because I didn't want to lose Adriano. That was good because I had a good pit stop, and I came out like a second behind Adriano, so that was in the nick of time. And from there, I saw that Pablo got a penalty or some sort. He got stuck in the pits for a lap. So I
He
knew, okay,
did get a speeding penalty.
yeah, okay, yeah, exactly.
And I thought you were going to get a speeding penalty. It looked like you were a little fast, a little hot coming into the pits, but it was sure close.
Yeah, well, the rules they can be bent. Like I have this break point which I'm using, which Alex Van Sant taught me, and yeah, it's kind of on the edge, but most of the time they let you through.
Well, either way, you know, knowing the rules and how to play them, how to bend them in your favor, how to break them, and still have it work out is the reason why you win as much as you do. You've got the high I rating, and you're frequently an easy podium pick each and every week for this series especially. But Jesper, you're all over the place. You're in the PMRL, you're here in the Indy Fix series, and you're doing quite well. You're obviously up in front over in the PMRL and the Oval Championship, and then here to finally take this victory in such a big strength of field. It's got to feel great and still looking good for the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my next goal is basically uh, trying to improve quite a lot on road and get a better driver here. So that's going to be the focus in the coming months. With yeah, I got some new gears. I'm gonna test it out. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good. And
Well,
also gonna say in this race, I was gonna say the racing up front was very clean. Adriano is very clean and fair driver. Nick also, and Thomas and the guys. Everyone was having. I was having a blast, and I think most of us had.
yeah, and I was, you know, I don't know. I watched so many of these races. I watched with you racing and Adriano. You get a little spoiled when you watch drivers that are so clean because when you get someone who's not quite as clean or doesn't mind, you know, letting their car drift out in a corner and possibly take someone out. I watched Adriano. He had a chance to run three wide when Pablo was coming up there and challenging you guys, and he backed out of several of the attempts because he realized that that could make it too dangerous. So as a result, you look at who finishes up in the front, and I mean, even though it was due to an error in pit entry on Pablo's part, the clean racers end up there at the front at the end. And even Nick was saying in his interview, it was just sort of like he was surprised that he made it kind of through the first couple of stints with no damage given some of the driving that was going on out there. But nevertheless, everyone who kept clean at the end, that's who ends up winning and in the top five. So, I mean, definitely congrats and staying clean up there. We did go back and look at the Pablo incident, and I mean, it's really tough to tell. He does drift up a little bit on Hugo. And there's not much room there for Hugo, but Hugo's also a little bit off the wall, so it's tough to tell. It could be a little bit of netcode too, but still, in a game of inches and netcode, etc., you got to give a little bit of a gap.
But in Pablo's defense, Hugo was on. We were on voice together, and Hugo said it was a racing incident, so he
Okay.
had no problem with that. So
Well,
all good.
it's the red flags go up when it's Pablo in an incident, especially if it's one of the front runners who gets taken out in that incident. But in this case, I don't think that's what it was. So, nevertheless, what an awesome day in Victory Lane. You got the wreath on, and now the question is, what kind of drink or what kind of milk are you drinking today? Is it?
It's not going to be buttermilk, but it's going to be traditional Swedish. We called it Orla, so I like those. Typical Swedish milk.
Well, as we watch this play out then on the screen, and you might be the first one to ever drink the traditional Swedish milk at the Speedway. Any other shout outs or Swedish words that you would like to say to your fans?
Absolutely. Well, it was good. It was an okay day for the team. I mean, a P1, a P4, P7 was it? Yeah,
Yeah.
and P8, I think.
Yep.
Something like that. So it was a decent day. I mean,
That's a great day. That's a fantastic.
yeah,
Except for
I know
Oliver.
that Alex. Yeah, Oliver. Yeah, he had some issues there, but I know Alex. He decided to pit there in the last caution with one of the last cautions with like 15 to go or something, 18 to go, and basically it's a coin flip if that works or not. For me today, it worked out staying out, and it didn't work out for those who pitted. So next time, I mean, yeah, this track chooses the winner basically.
Well, and they say typically don't pit if you don't have to, but some people still want to take those tires and hope that it's going to give them that edge at the end. And well, sometimes track position wins, sometimes it's the new tires. Any words for your fans in Swedish today?
Absolutely. Ja, då har vi äntligen satt spanjackerna på plats. Det var ju skönt. Och det gjorde vi på den största scenen av alla. Så att nu fortsätter vi så här in i nästa säsong också. Får vi se hur det går då. Bra. Yes, that's it.
All right. Well, cheers. Cheers, Jesper. Fantastic job today. What an amazing drive. You were set back a little bit a couple of times. You had some hard chargers come up and give you a solid challenge today, but it was exciting to watch you defend and then make that final lunge that got you ahead of Nick DeGroot on the outside. That was just some exciting stuff to watch, and classic Indianapolis 1, 2, 3 right across the line. Just solid stuff today, and looking forward to seeing lots more from you in the future.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Jesper Orman joining us from Victory Lane here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the site of round 10 of the iRacing NTT IndyCar Series fixed. And what a great one. If you just saw it, you saw some oval racing masters at their best, duking it out here. I can't wait until next Thursday. It's just too bad we don't get to race Indy again. So until then, we will be seeing you next week on Thursday and through the rest of the season. We appreciate everybody who has contributed and helped with VirtualRacing.Network by subscribing and liking, and certainly to our donators this season. You can see at the bottom of the screen all of those who have donated financially to us to be able to recover some of our costs. We do appreciate that greatly. So until next week, let's go ahead and get real quick so everybody can see the schedule real quick and what's remaining. Of course, we're most of the way through the season. Next week will be Daytona, which should be very interesting to see these cars with very little restriction and very little having to put much steering input into it, just flying around Daytona. Should be a lot of fun. And then, of course, the classic race at Texas. Both of those should be fun races to watch. So we'll see you next week at the same time on the same channel. My name's Trevor Greenfield. You've been watching live coverage here on VirtualRacing.Network. Until then, bye-bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. And also, make sure to join us on Sunday for the U.S. IndyCar League. Bye-bye.